Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today is my final TBR video of 2022. Can you believe 2022 is coming to a close? This year has just absolutely flown by, and I owe it all to reading. So, I've already exceeded my Goodreads reading goal for the year of 50 books. So it's been an incredible reading year for me. So for the final month of the year, for December, I'm reading 5 books. And those 5 books all came out this year. So these are the most recent releases that I will be reading this year. I'm super excited about them. So what's going to happen is, I'm definitely reading all 5 of these, okay? So I'm not doing my year-end wrap-up video, whatever, until I finish these 5 books, because December books kind of get the shaft, if you ask me. Unless you want to count December from the previous year through November of the current year, which I don't think anybody does. But a lot of people do their yearly wrap-ups a week or 2 before the end of the year. I'm going to try to do that as well, as long as I can get through all 5 of these, because I am reading all 5 of these. So I will do my best to get a yearly wrap-up video done before the end of the year. If not, it is what it is. That's our motto around here, right? So, which 5 books from 2022 will I be reading? Let's get into it. In no particular order, we have Suburban Hell by Maureen Kilmer. So this is a story about Amy, and she has moved to the suburbs, and she has become friends with 3 other housewives in the area, and I guess it's a neighborhood or something. And they start drinking wine and gossiping, and they turn one of the women's she sheds into their hideaway, their little secret getaway. And so yeah, one night something happens and one of them becomes possessed, possibly. Now, if you watched my November TBR, my November wrap-up, you'll know I've been reading some possession stories lately, and this is no exception. But I think this is going to be more comedy, so maybe along the lines of My Best Friend's Exorcism. But I love the cover of that. It's super fun. I think it's going to be a quick, easy read. And yeah, so I can't wait to get to this one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Next up is one that is a sequel, and I'm not big into sequels or series or anything, but I have to read this one. I just have to, because I love the first one a lot. It was really good. I'm talking about Clown in a Cornfield 2, Friendo Lives by Adam Caesar. So if you have not read the first Clown in a Cornfield book, I highly suggest that you do that. I won't go into spoilers for this, so I will just say that this book follows the survivors from the first book. And I don't know exactly how long it is after the events of the first book, maybe a year or so. I think it happens outside of the town that happened in. And I think they're in college, and Friendo reappears to cause havoc. And I think it's a book about misinformation and cult followings and stuff like that. So it's going to be a little different from the first one. I don't know. I'm assuming that they head back to the hometown for whatever reason to put a stop to the madness. But I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm super looking forward to it. Next is one that has not gotten the best reviews from the people that I've watched. Some people do like it, which is good. And some people really didn't, and I'm going to be the judge for myself. Maybe I will like it. That's going to be Hyde by Kirsten White. So this is really not going to be a horror story like a lot of people thought it was going to be. And I think that's why it's garnered some not so nice reviews. But this is a story about some people that are playing a deadly game of hide and seek in an amusement park. And I think it's they have to survive the night, like Riley Sager would say. I think it's a pretty cover, and that's kind of why I bought it. And it's pretty short. I think this is also going to be a pretty quick read. And that's all I really want to know about it. That's all I'm going to say. Next is one that's not really going to be horror, I don't think. I think it's going to be more like a sci-fi romance retelling The Island of Dr. Moreau, which I just read in November and I absolutely loved it. I'm speaking of The Daughter of Dr. Moreau by Silvia Moreno Garcia. So I did read Mexican Gothic in 2020. I absolutely love that one. I loved her writing style. And I think I'm really going to like this one too, even though it's not going to be horrific. But I'm hoping it's going to have some kind of horror elements to it. If not, it's going to be okay. This is like a retelling of The Island of Dr. Moreau, so it follows his daughter, and this man comes along, and I think she kind of falls for him, and I think he accidentally starts making things happen, or maybe the hybrids get out or start causing havoc. I don't know. I really am trying not to know too much about these, honestly, and I think you probably already know what all 5 of these are about anyway, so I'm just going to say what I've said for every book. I'm really looking forward to reading this. And yeah, it's kind of it's like your typical average size novel. So I'm hoping it will also be a quick read, and I'm hoping I'll love it. And the last book, this will be the last book I read for the month because I want to end on a high note, and I have super high expectations for this one because everyone seems to love it. That is Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. There's no way that I could wait on this one. It's such a gorgeous cover. Everyone seems to love it. It's filled with pictures, actual drawings that this kid is supposedly doing. So this is a story about a woman who becomes a nanny to this kid, and at first she draws like stick figures and, you know, typical kid stuff, but his drawings start becoming more realistic and more adult-like, and very creepy things happen. I've heard so many good things about this one. So this is going to be my last read of the year. The other 4, I'm just going to kind of not go in any particular order, but like I said, I am saving this for last because I want to end on a high note, and please don't let me down. So that's it, quick and easy. Those are the 5 books I plan to read in December. And those are the books that is going to wrap up my reading year of 2022. I know a lot of you have probably already read some of these. If you have, please be sure to let me know in the comments what you thought about them. I would love to know. I'm super excited about reading some new releases because, I mean, I have read some from 2020 and 2021, but I have been reading a lot of classics and backlist titles. And yeah, I'm so glad that I'm getting to actual new releases in the year that they came out. That rarely ever happens. Well, that's it for me today. That is my last TBR video of the year. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great holiday season, and I hope you know that I appreciate you all more than you will ever know. Thank you again. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.